Imagine this. You're in the middle of a game, running down the court, trying to block that final shot, and suddenly you land wrong. You feel a sharp pain shoot through your ankle, and in that instant, you know it's not just a twist, it's a sprain. I experienced this firsthand last year during my volleyball season. I jumped to block a spike, but when I landed, my foot came down awkwardly on someone else's. The pain was immediate and intense. If you ever injured your ankle before, you know how much it can affect your day-to-day life. And if you play sports, you know how just common ankle sprains really are. In fact, over 25,000 ankle sprains happen each year, according to the American Orthopedic Foot and Ankle Society. This is why properly wrapping your ankle can help prevent further injury and speed up recovery. Having played volleyball competitively for the past 9 years, I've experienced my share of ankle sprains and seen countless of others happen on the court. But one thing that helped me recover fast, stay in the game, and even help my teammates was learning how to wrap my ankle properly. Today, I'm going to teach you that skill. I'll walk down the steps of how to wrap an ankle. First, we'll go over the materials. Then I'll show you how to prep the ankle. After that, I'll demonstrate the taping process, which is going to be step by step. And finally, we'll go over to make sure everything is comfortable and safe. Let's begin by making sure you have everything you need to tape the ankle. You'll want to gather the following materials: pre-wrap, athletic tape, scissors, and a clean towel or cloth. Now, it's important to note that the taping process is generally helpful for mild or moderate sprains, or as a preventative tool during sports. If there is severe pain, swelling, or suspect a fracture, you should seek emergency medical attention. Now that we've got our materials and understand when the taping process is appropriate, let's move on to the taping technique. Before we get to the taping process, you need to ensure the ankle is prepared properly. Here's how. Make sure the area is free from dirt or sweat. This will help the tape stick better. The foot should be flexed upwards towards the sky, which helps position the ankle for a firm wrap. Start from the mid-calf and wrap down to the arch of the foot. The pre-wrap should be snug, not tight. The base layer will provide comfort and prevent irritation from the athletic tape. Now that the ankle is prepared and ready, it's time to get into the actual taping process, which is the most important part. Here is where we get into the nitty-gritty. Let's break it down step by step. Wrap your first strip of tape around the top of the ankle, just above the bone, and around the arch of the foot. This creates your foundation of support. Now take your tape and apply vertical strips and start on one side of the ankle, pass under the heel, and then go down to the other side. Repeat this process 2 to 3 times. Now for the critical part, the figure 8 wrap. Start above the ankle, wrap the tape around the foot in a figure 8 pattern, crossing over the arch and coming back up to the top of the ankle. This creates additional support and limits side-to-side movement. At this point, take smaller strips of tape and apply them in a way that locks the heel into place. This is vital for preventing inversion and eversion. Finally, take a few more strips and wrap them around the ankle to secure everything in place. You want to make sure there aren't any gaps and that everything is firm and stable. Alright, now that the ankle is taped, let's move on to the final step. Checking to make sure everything is comfortable and there's good circulation. The last thing we want is for the wrap to be too tight or uncomfortable. Here's how to check. Ask the person to wiggle their toes. If they can't move them or if they experience any tingling or numbness, the wrap might be too tight and you need to adjust it. The wrap should feel snug, but it shouldn't restrict any movement. You want to make sure the foot is supported, but the person should still be able to move their foot a little bit. It should not be like a cast. If you notice the area is swelling, it could be a sign that the tape is too tight. Make sure there is no pressure cutting off circulation. Now that you learned how to properly wrap an ankle and ensure it's comfortable, let's review what we covered. Today, we've gone over what supplies you need to wrap an ankle, how to prep the area step by step, taping technique, and how to check for comfort and circulation. This simple skill can make a huge difference in preventing further injury, speeding up recovery, and even helping you stay in the game. From personal experience, I can tell you knowing how to wrap an ankle properly saved me from missing multiple games. It not only helped me recover fast, but it also gave me the confidence to get back into play quickly. And the best part, this technique isn't just for athletes. Ankle sprains can happen with anyone in their day-to-day lives, whether you're walking, hiking, playing sports, or even going down the stairs. So by learning how to tape your ankle, you can stay active, safe, and avoid unnecessary downtime. Thank you for listening.